Living in Southern California when I was attending college, I could attribute that time to not only exposing me to a lot of different vehicles, nice cars, all shapes, sizes, but also making me aware of the impact the transportation sector has on the environment. When I moved to LA County, it was May that year, and it wasn't until October when the Santa Ana winds blew through that I was actually able to see the mountains, and that just made such a huge impact on me when I was really young. So years later, when I was considering a new car to buy, took a lot of test drives. I'd driven a lot of cars, owned a wide variety of big spectrum of vehicles, everything from a two-seater sports car all the way up to SUVs or minivans. And it wasn't until I got behind the wheel of an electric car that I was really sold and really wanted to own one. One of the great benefits of owning an electric vehicle is every morning when I walk out the door, my car is fully charged, fully gassed up, if you will. So I never have to take time out of my day, drive to a gas station, stand out in the cold, stand out in the rain, pump gas, have my gloves or my hands smell like gasoline, or swipe that credit card to put the gas in the vehicle. So that benefit of not having to pay for gas, not having to waste time to go get oil changes, and always having a car that's ready to go is great. And then of course, most of my charging is done at home, but when I am taking long trips, like if I visit my family in North Carolina, there's EV chargers on the way. So it's just a wonderful benefit that you get back all that extra time that you're not taking out of your day to fuel up your vehicle. The performance really surprised me. You know, a lot of folks early on, I felt like there was a stigma with electric cars that they might not have the same performance, and I've owned high performance cars and driven them and love that. And that was really the tipping point for me. Once I got behind the wheel, put my foot on that accelerator and felt the fact that it's just one speed, there is no transmission really, and you've got all of that torque waiting for you, whether you're at a stoplight and you're ready to go, or if you're importantly in traffic on the interstate and you need to merge around other vehicles. That power, that acceleration is always waiting for you. And once I took a test drive, I sort of got the itch and really wanted to own the vehicle. So when I've talked to people that are saying that they're considering buying an electric vehicle, I try to first educate them on that range anxiety that I mentioned earlier, that you need to reconsider the way that you're going to fuel your car. It's going to be mostly at home. The other topics that typically come up are maintenance. I can say that my ownership experience with an electric vehicle has been wonderful from a maintenance standpoint. There's literally little to none. Take the car into your service center, have them run a few tests. It's not terribly expensive, and you're back on the road. So it's a very low cost maintenance. And then the other thing that I love to tell people about owning an electric vehicle if they're considering it is drive one, drive one, drive one. Join a local EV club or go to a local car dealership and just get behind the wheel. And once you experience how fun they are to drive and recognize that these are high performing cars, chances are you're going to be able to answer the questions for yourself of why it's such a great experience.